So, raise your hand. Oh, even better. Go on, it's only one. Go on, clap your hands once. Clap your hands again. Clap your hands again. Keep clapping, keep clapping, keep clapping. Excellent. As you can tell, this is going to be a very interactive session, and we're going to try and make a little bit of time. We've got about 30 minutes to go through. So, let's start with the first question. So, raise your hand if you feel you make a great difference inside your organisation. That's 4 of you. Okay, so this is the interactive part, okay? And the questions only get easier from here, I promise. Okay? Let's try again. So raise your hand if you feel that you try to make as much of a difference as you can inside your organisation. Yeah? Excellent. And raise your hand again if along with making that difference, you feel passionate about what you do. Raise your hand and say aye. Aye. Because that's what it's all about, really. It's about having passion and doing what you really like. But then sometimes you're in a place where you do as much as you can, you work as hard as you can, and people just don't quite get it. You kind of present back the results and they make the opposite decision. And you're kind of thinking, well, why did they do that? Or you put all the evidence together, you put all the architectural artifacts together, in fact, all those bits that we just talked about this morning, and still you're not getting the message across. You're unable to influence that change and make those things happen. Possibly, in that kind of place, you think, why am I doing this? Maybe I'm the one that's at fault. Maybe I'm the one that's just not doing it right. Maybe I should look for a different profession. Maybe I should find them that my thought. But imagine that difficult. Imagine that would be easy. You present your information and people are instantly inspired to do something different. They get it. Not only are they getting it, but what if people coming back to you and saying, how can we do this differently? I've seen the work that you've been doing and I know you can make a change. Now please come and help us. How would that help? So picture this. You have got the greatest change already planned for your organisation. You've circulated around everything, you've communicated it, and everybody's on board. They're wanting to take on board. I wanting you to lead it. No, that'd be a fantastic place to be. Yes or no? Again, it's one of those questions. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Thank you. So, if we've got all these challenges, and we know what we're doing, but we get one of these results, then something has to change, isn't it? And that's what I'm really here to talk about today. It's about how do we create an influential winning proposal. Now, I chose that word really carefully, because when people talk about proposals, they kind of think, you're in sales, you're in marketing. Now the thing is, when we're writing a proposal, that's the same as writing an architecture. It's the same as writing an options paper. It's the same as writing a strategy paper. Because we're all in the business of sales. We're selling ideas, we're selling dreams, we're selling change. We're selling the possibility of where we could be if we put an amount of energy into this adventure. And that energy can be different forms. It can be equipment, it can be people, it can be time, it can be money. But all this energy has to go into it to make things happen. But because we haven't put this into it, that has to come from somewhere. That's where usually people start to feel a little bit of risk. They think, ooh, how are we going to spend that money? So, let's do this. So stand up if you guys have ever submitted a document that's been accepted first time. Okay? Stand up if you've ever had a document accepted within the first 5 attempts. Okay? Within the first 10 attempts? That one was still for 5 because it's happening. Simple maths this time. Okay, thank you very much. It kind of gives me a rough idea of what's going on. And, the simple fact is, we have the practice to be able to work out how we're going to put things into these documents and what we're going to do. But what we like to have ways to try and reduce the number of attempts we need to get something accepted. Yes or no? Yeah. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. Because the reality is, if we can get these things done quicker, then we're able to deliver the value better and actually for a lower price. Would you agree? Yeah, absolutely. So you might be thinking, who am I to talk to you about this? Well, I'll take you on a journey back to 2006, where I met a gentleman called Phil. Now, Phil was the head of operations for group hospitals. And they were in the middle of doing a divestment to Spire Healthcare. I'm sure you guys are aware of the hospital group. And at this time, they were kind of well, what do we need to do? How do we do this? What's involved in doing the divestment? What equipment do we need? What operations? What services and processes are in place? What's the organisation look like? And all these kind of questions came out of that were just born as a department, a part of another organisation. So how do you actually divorce that? Now, I got involved as part of an organisation called IOCO, which is based in New York. We're a systems integrator, and at the time I did a lot of enterprise architecture and technology. So we were looking at how do we create a new venture form. We're working together with them on how to create information. Because not only was it a case of how do we transition from being a singular internal organisation to create something that's stands on its own right, but it was also a case of wondering how do we then make all those systems around it to support it. And it's quite a challenge when you actually think about it, because most organisations, and then at the time they were saying, don't actually have the information behind them to say, this is how we work. How they finding out those kind of information. And that's really what started to do. Look at that now. Like this kind of competitive bid process, we weren't the only players. So there were other people also working at the same time on building these models, on taking the information, working out how could we create this new organisation, this £1.5 billion hospital investment. And through that process, we learned a number of different things. And we used the same techniques. We created the artifacts, we created the models. But the one thing we did, we kept focusing on what was the end result, what was the value we were delivering. Because it's only the value really that was important. But the thing with Phil, he's a nice guy. Brury, my original birth, he's not lost his accent either, so it was a very thick Brury accent. He also wanted to know a lot of how we were going to get things done. Well, he really took an interest, but he didn't know anything about technology. But what he did know is about the process, and it was about the business itself, how it worked. So working with him over a period of a year, we went through the process of understanding how the business actually works, to the point where we could explain any area you needed. And we're also looking at those opportunities for improvement, because just because this is how we did it back in the Book days, does not mean this is how we need to do it now in the Spire days. We've got this great opportunity to change, and we did. I'm pleased to say that we would work. But yeah, we were a clear £1 million more expensive than the name systems integrator in being able to do that. So you've got to ask the question, why would anybody pay an extra £1 million to do what's essentially the same piece of work? And it all came down to a couple of things. One is, we had a clear demonstrable view of what value was for the business and how to operate. And the other one was, showed in a bit like this, we didn't just bring the same cookie-cutter process to the table like most of the people day to day. And that's how we got started. Now, since then, I've kind of worked for hundreds of different organisations all around the world, from small organisations that literally started up and raised 14 million in the space of 3 months, all the way through to $3 billion asset transfers for major pharmaceuticals. I've also spent time actually developing myself. I've written publications with BCS and other organisations. I've written my own book, which is a award-winning book in its own right. I've also won awards for being on stage and being able to help people. And last year I became a best-selling author in Amsterdam as well, which was fantastic. But all of this really is only the small part of what I really like to do, which is to help other people and be able to get there in the place that they need to be. So when we're thinking about how we do write a winning proposal or a winning design or a winning strategy document, there's kind of one really big question that I found comes up time and time again. And this question, it's really something that's driven by human nature as opposed to being anything to do with an enterprise or anything to do with architecture. And that question is, what's in it for me? Because no matter what you do, no matter what you present, Unless you can answer one simple fundamental question, what's in between, what you'll find is you won't get the buy-in from everybody else and the support that you to carry out performance. So could you imagine being in a position where someone turns around to you and say, right, okay, we've got this fantastic opportunity, but you're going to look really, really poor at the end of it, and you're not going to like the result, and in fact, you're going to fire you. Are you really going to take an opportunity on? Or perhaps you turn around and say, yeah, we know this is the direction you need to go in, it's going to cost you 4 times your current profit model or current revenue, and we can't guarantee you're going to get a result at the end of it. Are you going to take that on? And yet this is the kind of people who are they can't put these models on the table because they're great fundamental models showing what we could do with organisations, but what they don't do, they don't answer the question of what's in the problem. And when I think about the what's in it for me question, I kind of look at it from 3 different angles. Because you've got what's in it for me from a personal point of view. And that person was in the person in front of you, or that department, or that actual organisation itself. You've got the what's in it for me for the customer. Because at the end of the day, we are there to serve customers, right? It's not the way businesses work. And you've got what's in it for me when it comes down to your ecosystem, so that's your suppliers, your vendors, the impact to other people that are in your industry. We already heard earlier with regards to the ability for your competitors to diverge your margins. Now imagine what you're doing when you're actually producing something. Are you going to put something in place that's going to be your business rather than all the other people that you're competing against? So you can have these kind of different facets to think about when you're actually producing this document, because these are the kind of areas that we want to be sent back. So I came up with a really simple way of trying to figure out how we can keep creating these models time and time, these documents time and time again. Now this is based on my own experience. We don't have a great TOGAF model or P or anything else behind it, but this is based on what I see works time and time again for me when I'm doing the proposal. So I'm giving you this as a way of saying, use it, you wish. So to make life easy, I give you 3 kind of key questions you need to answer when you're thinking about it. So this is the kind of questions that the other person reading the documents will be thinking about. The first one is, why should we read this? You need to confidently answer that, because if they've got no reason why, then they're not going to read it, simply because everyone is busy. In fact, stand up if you're busy. Yeah? A few quiet people, this is good. Okay, we know who's going to be reviewing the documents now. So you really need to, so why should I read this document? The next thing you need to think about is, why should I read it now? Because we're all vying for attention. We're in the information age, and we're getting pulled in every single which way and every direction possible, because everybody wants that little bit of attention from us. So why should the person have their attention focused on the proposal that you're putting in front of them, on their action? Also, we kind of got the last kind of question, which is all around, why should I take the advice from you? Why should I listen to you? What is it that you're bringing to the table that makes you grow? And to be able to answer these questions, as I said, it was a very lovely simple model, right? There's 3 kind of key aspects of it. One of this is the basis. So, what's the document about? We've started from that premise and built forward. Because really, if you don't actually understand what it is that you're creating this document for, then it has no value from the start. The second one's going to be all around how you're going to build the content into that document. What are going to be some of those key items that you need to cover off, so that you're in a position that the information you need to convey is conveyed in the right way to the right audience. So we heard about the elevator model of communication. This is the same kind of thing. Each of your different documents will speak to a different audience. You need to make sure you're building in the wordings that they need to hear. Then we're looking at the brand. So what's this thing going to look like? I like the, have anyone heard of the Steve Jobs quote? And I'll paraphrase it, I can't remember the exact one. And he turns around and says, you like to have his products lickable. Not likeable, lickable, because he wants them to be so good. Yeah? And at the end of the day, that's one of the things we need to keep that. Because as horrible as it sounds, most people won't understand a lot of the content we're giving them, even if we bring in a document speaking to them in their language. So they will start to judge us on things such as, is the spelling correct, is the grammar correct, how do we use the items, etc. And this really can be quite frustrating from my point of view. I'm certainly sure you guys will, if you're being judged on something that's actually not really delivering the value, you know. So to make it easy, let's go through the model itself. So for the basis, we have the stress-free solution seeker. For build, we have the awesome content creator, and for brand, we have the wow-winning blueprint. Come on, I tried to make it a little bit fun, Note to self, double value. So, stress-free solution seeker. I'm not going to insult any of your intelligence today, because you guys are all great architects, you're great VAs, great project managers, great consultants. So, when we think about the stress-free solution seeker, it's really about asking those power questions, the 7 Ws. And we ask them in a way that we're able to get the information out that we need. Because I'm sure you guys have heard that whole quote from Einstein, you know, if you have an hour to solve a problem, spend 55 minutes on the question, 55 minutes on the problem, 5 minutes on the solution. Yes or no? Yeah? And you guys are like that, you know, you guys actually spend that time. Because I'll tell you one thing, that's uncommon. There's many organisations I go into where you've got architects or people in architecture that actually spend 55 minutes on the solution and don't even got an idea what the hell the question was or the problem. And that's not you guys, is it? The dinosaur. Okay. So we're going to ask lots of really good, really powerful questions. That's going to start to delve into what that problem is and really shape it, so that when we start to put the content together, we understand what needs to go into it. But we're not just listening for the kind of key problems, we're also listening to how they're asking the question. Because context and the way somebody phrases something is equally as important as actually the key answer that they're going to give you. Because that will give you really good clues as to how you can actually present that information back. Make sure you're using the language that they're using. So for example, if you think about talking to somebody who's really a driver kind of person, he's moving away or she's moving away from the problems that they've got. So if you're talking to them about being goal-oriented in the future, how amazing this future is going to be, it's going to be great over here, he's going to think, what the hell are you talking about? You don't know my pain, you don't know my problems. When really, you must be talking to them about all the promises of how we're going to get rid of them, how it's going to be in a place where it's going to be to move beyond that piece. And same, likewise, if you're talking a goal-oriented person who's talking about the future, you know, this is where the company is going, you know, we've got these aspirations, this is what we're going to try and do, and you're talking to them about problems, it's going to think, you just don't get me. I don't care about the problems, that's the past, I'm looking at the future, guys. So when you're building these kind of things, you're asking these questions, you're looking for those little cues. Does that make sense, yes or no? Excellent. Them still awake, yes or no? Get started up again in a minute. Okay, so if we go forward, let's look at the next part. And this is where we'll spend a little bit more time. So we're looking into the awesome content creator. And it's called awesome because it's an acronym, so right. And this really breaks down into these key steps. So the first one is the entitlement, or what we're going to call this document. Now for me, I find giving the title and subtitle really works, but what kind of content you put into it. When you put a title on something, make it evocative. Make it something somebody wants to read. Yeah. So it might not be 100% giving you, this is the design document that's going to tell us exactly how we're going to be able to change from Azure to AWS. Boring. Or what it might be is that, for instance, the document says, this is how we're going to save £3 million over the next few years. Someone's going to read that document. And the subtitle, though, that's where you do become a lot more logical and you put in the exact reason for that. Because you have two different types of people. You can have creative people that are thinking about one thing, and you can have logical people that are thinking about the other. So you need to appeal to both sides. So in the subtitle, put in, this is the proposal, how we're going to be able to save £3 million by moving from Azure to AWS, or whatever it is that you put inside your design document. That makes sense? The next one's around wording. Now, what do I specifically mean by wording? I mean, sorry, Becca? Wording, yeah. Definitely wording. So, what do I mean by wording? I'm talking about how we actually phrase things inside the document. So, one thing that we should be doing is using lots of we terms. Because if we're not, we're in a position where we're trying to isolate this between you have got the problem and you're going to have to deal with this. And you can see this in a lot of the documents you get through consultants effectively. They deliver something that says, you have this issue, you have this problem, you need to do this. Thank you very much, that's factual, you completely alienated me from you. Whereas really, you want to be building a relationship with somebody. So just as we were talking about this morning in the keynote, where we were saying actually an enterprise architect is a leader. A leader is not the person who's going to escape once they've handed over the idea of which direction you're going to be going. They're going to be stood at the front, they're going to be pushing things forward. So wording this in a way that actually makes this inclusive. You've got more of a chance of being able to deliver it and feel like you're part of that change. The next kind of element we're going to look at is around the overview. So this for me is probably the bit that every document lives or dies over. So we're going to go into a little bit more depth. So in this we've got like 5 areas we're going to look at. So with the overview, this is sometimes called the exec summary, sometimes called an overview, sometimes called the summary of a document. And the reality is, in most documents, there's only 2 sections people look at. There's the overview, and there's the money section. Yeah? How do I know this? Because there's several documents out there that have transport reducer, G&D and cabling, and passes is in there that I've written and no one's questioned. So this is the point. We're in a position where that's what you have to get right, so that you're going to entice the person to be the next part. So these 5 key areas we're going to look at for this. We're going to start with the first one, which is what I call observation. And you want to observe the fact that they're giving you this opportunity to be able to present something. That you have used other people within the organisation to help you put this together. And have a little bit of gratitude. Because just saying thank you is actually a very powerful statement. So I'd like to thank everybody within the organisation for helping pull this information together and provide you with this proposal, this statement, this design, this architecture, whatever this is going to be. Or I'd like to thank you for the, if you're doing this as an outside organisation consulting into an organisation, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to present our findings to you. So I always start with a level of gratitude when you already start on the highest level. The next thing we'll look at is what are they looking to overcome? So we already talked earlier about those those key 7 questions and spending 55 minutes on the problem. This is where you're going to summarise it in maybe 55 words. Or probably a little bit more than that. But effectively, we're just coming up with a paragraph or 2 which really summarises that entire problem that they've got, almost like a problem statement. But it's just enough so they understand, that you understand what they're going through, what their life is like, what it is that they're trying to achieve. After we've created this overcome, we're then going to create what the outcome is going to be. So we know what the problem is. It's fairly easy, but we're going to show them what the solution is going to be, or what does good look like to them, effectively. And this allows them to know that you've heard them, and that their idea of where they're looking to go is clear in your mind. So anything else that you're going to talk about next is also on that. The next one is the opportunity. So you're going to go through and explain what is the solution to be able to get to go, how will you be able to get to that point where they've got to get, they've got what they look like. And finally, you can go through the outline. And this really is talking about how long it's going to take to get there. A very simple statement of time frame. At the end of the day, like I said right at the beginning, all change is costly. Yes or no? Okay, raise your hand if you're human. Excellent. Raise your hand if you think change is costly. Excellent, we're okay. We are away. So this is the key thing, it is costly, therefore people want to know there is an end point in this. And I know in many cases there might be some cyclical piece that you're going through, or upgrade perhaps, or you might have to review hardware cycle, etc. But being able to show somebody where at least the first milestone is, or where's the first benefit area is going to be, where's the first value drop going to be,
it is really important in this summary statement. So that kind of covers off the summary statement for us and how we're going to deal with that overview. So the next area we're going to look at is looking at the approach, and this is where everyone's really good usually. I find with architecture teams, when they talk about approach and methodologies and systems and frameworks, everyone comes alive. It's like, look at us, it's fantastic, it's great. I've got a framework, can I help? And that's it, they're alive, they're in there, and this is the section where you need to get a lot of that information in there, so they can see how the process you go through. You haven't just made it up on back of a beer map. Is this actually something that fundamentally will deliver for them? After you've done that, you kind of then have to put some evidence in here, because at the end of the day, everyone wants to know that you are going to be able to get a result for them. Now, think about what that evidence could be, because it doesn't necessarily have to be something you've done in your organisation before, because in many cases, many of the ideas that we're trying to implement have been implemented somewhere else. Would you agree, yes or no? Yes, absolutely. So what we want to do is be able to take some of those kind of ways that other people have worked, or systems that other people have implemented, or processes, or organisational structures, and evidence them here and say how it relates back to our organisation. And that's the key thing. Evidence in its own right is no use. It's the relationship of how it's going to deal with the problem that we've got. That's going to actually make a big difference. So, moving forward, we then move on to the scope. And this is an interesting one, because everyone knows scope. We all deal with scopes in our documents, yes, Lamb? Yeah, absolutely. Has anyone ever noticed how some documents seem to have a lot more out of scope than in scope? Yeah, especially when you get them through from third parties and they're delivering things into you. And to me that sounds crazy. Why would we have a bigger out of scope than the in scope? Because this is the opportunity to show really what it is we can do for the organisation. Now, there might be other ways of rephrasing some of that out of scope so that actually makes it a little bit more palatable, like maybe prerequisites, or for instance, this could be an expectation. We expect that this will be placed. So again, think about when you've got that kind of scope statement put in place inside the document. How do you phrase it? Is it for you, or is it actually benefiting the firm? Now, last one, it's got to be the money shot. Yeah? At the end of the day, it's got to be in there. But don't just put the money in there as being, this is the effective cost of investment, as many people call it these days. You know, so just put in the plain cost. Put in the return on investment as well. So if you can identify where the value is going to be, how it's going to repay itself, then this helps to counter your argument. I know many people feel it kind of sullies the whole thing, but bring it down to value. But the reality is, money is the level playing field by which everything is measured. So we might as well just get the statement on the table straight away and go into the kill. The high probability that our document will be accepted. So that kind of looks at how we're going to build the document, what the content's going to be, the structure we're going to design the document. And we can bend that, whether it's going to be a design document, whether it's going to be a proposal document, whether it's an options document. All you will do is you're just going to change the approach or methodology piece. You might change the monetary section, depending on how much confidence you have. It might just be a report or a package, for example. And let's look now at the branding side of it, so those key things. So if we look at this, there's only a few things here. And these are all around how we've done things like put the right logos in place. I know it's something simple, but it's amazing actually how many organisations send in their documents and it's got either the wrong logo in, or previous customer's logo in, or it's got old logo in. And these are all sort of things that we've talked about before, about the fact that customers or your internal customers are going to be looking for all those things that can mark you down on. If they don't understand your content, the fact you've used the wrong one, obviously you don't have attention to detail. That might be correct, it might be a wrong statement, but that's what's in their mind. And has anyone heard the phrase, what is it? It's perception is reality. Yes or no? So what we perceive is what is actually real to us at that point in time. So regardless of whether it's true or not, that's what we're going to do. The next one's going to be looking quite at the shades. Have we got the right colourings in place for things? How are we using the corporate colours for various things? Also, be aware of what are standard norms inside the place that you're working in or your country working in. So would for instance, would you put a positive statement in a red colour, and would you put a negative statement in a green colour? What you'll do is you create confusion, and the confused mind does not accept what's going on. It will look at that and it will say, I'm not happy with this statement, it's confusing. The next one is the style. So look at things like fonts, look at things like headings, and if you would be working with your corporate style. One thing, I don't know if you guys have noticed, that anyone living in a village, I live in a village, really anyone living in a village? Okay, no? Anyone living in a town? Anyone live on this planet? Good, no Martians this time. So you may have had the church newsletter come through the door. It usually comes at Easter and Christmas. And sometimes when you see it, it's literally got every single font possible for every article or something written inside the Microsoft Word set. And it's so hard to read. And yet, that's what sometimes documents come through. And the reason why this is the case is because usually you've got more than one person working on a document. Yes or no? Yeah, so we've all been in that situation. We've got deadline, there's different expertise we're bringing in. We're actually spending a little bit of time with the editor to go through and harmonise it so it doesn't read like a church newsletter. It's actually really important, really powerful. We then kind of look at things like sketches, make sure we've got some diagrams in there. Diagrams are great because they can convey a lot of information very, very quickly, as we all know, because we use artifacts such as diagrams all the time. But make sure the diagrams you're putting out relevant, easy to understand, and they can consume like the audience that you're putting this in front of. So, as some of those artifacts we saw earlier were the massive confusion interface diagrams in there, putting that in front of the C-suite is not going to get any reaction. They're just going to tell you to go away, it doesn't make any sense to us. Whereas, if you put something really simple up there that says, we have 300,000 interfaces today, we want to have 200,000 tomorrow, they'll do that. They will see a nice little chart that plots downwards. Very happy. So again, think about how you can present some information simply. We're also going to look at what the standards are. So we can talk about headings, footers, call-outs, all these kind of little bits that go around the document. I mean, call-outs are really powerful. It's a really easy way of being able to reinforce key messages that you've got inside your document. So it's like the example I'm popping in there just to like highlight that have people's attention. And then think about how this scales. Now, have you ever had one of those documents that when you're trying to read through it, big gaps in some places, loads of text in other places, it's really quite, it just doesn't feel nice to the eye. And especially now in this position where a lot of documents are being sent electronically, if we just take the opportunity to zoom the document out to maybe like 10% of the size, so you can just see the overview of the document itself, look at where there is just a massive really box of text where people will find it really difficult to read. Look at where you've got the diagrams in place, look where you've got the headers, and make sure you've got a nice flow going through the document so it's not just like one continuous mass or lots of spaces which don't make any sense. That might mean reorganising the document slightly, that might mean resizing some images. But what you'll find is you'll get something that people find aesthetically pleasing. And if they're pleased to be able to look at it, they'll start to read it. Because it's one less blocker, one less thing that they can have to not do. And the last thing to grab is making sure when you're reviewing your document, you've got everything in there with regards to your client. So all the details, their logo, their addresses, if it's an internal client with the correct department, with the correct role names, because these things change on a very regular basis. The person might be the head of architecture, yesterday might be the enterprise architect tomorrow, and if you're not the head of architecture, you might take the pencil. Ask me how I know. So again, just make sure you've got these little things, these little touches correct, because this is what makes the difference. It makes you then feel that you really understand that person and you are considerate of them. So that kind of goes through the kind of 3 areas I'm going to take you through today on how to create a influential and winning proposal. And I think we've managed to pull back a little bit of time. Excellent. So I've got 5 this time. Excellent. In which case we can take some questions. Anyone got any questions? Excellent.
You didn't talk too much about pictures. I think there's an assumption often that words are enough. I mean, have you ever done any testing in terms of the amount of diagrams and pictures versus words that work in a winning proposal?
I tend to find that if you have one diagram on one picture per page, that tends to work better than having none. There is a lot of market research done by marketing firms, surprisingly enough, and they say that effectively most people will go through a document, they will skim read it first, they go straight to the summary, then build money shot, then they go through and look at all the pictures and diagrams and tables, and then after that they'll go through and look at the
That's me.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you for being assistant today. Again, you'll find something that's comfortable with your audience, especially if you've got an internal audience. As an alternative to that view, when it's specific to the legal profession, they don't like diagrams at all. So they tend to be very wordy, tend to be referenceable with numbers across every single paragraph and things like that.
Avoid lawyers at all costs.
Well, they can be good fun sometimes. Depends on how much beer they have usually, or wine or whatever. John, what about?
Yeah, so I was just thinking, all of that is absolutely excellent what you've done there. Just to add to it, I think we need to actually bring in some golden threads throughout the document in advance, work out what they are going to be, and then document them and reference them right the way through your document, so that just helps with the flow and actually getting the client to understand what it is that you're offering and how it meets their requirements.
100%, and if you can start to get those themes running through it, that works really well. You can start to then relate back to those themes in each of the very different sections, especially as you start to get long the documents, or a document that's half document set. Specifically, think about some large-scale transformations. Yours might be just one design of many. That's the document set.
I think it's easier said than done, though, I think, in saying, oh, I'm going to keep it really simple and I'm going to have some key messages. I think it requires a lot of thinking. It's not something that you just snap up. It sounds simple, but it's much harder to do to make something simple than
Well, yeah,
I still convey the message. I think that's the problem. I mean, I struggle with it when you've done a lot of analysis and everything sits in your head and you're trying to figure out, I can only provide you with three messages, thank you, people, and then you just feel that you've lost 80% of content that you're trying to convey. And that's a hard thing to find what the right things are.
Yeah, I agree. You can be very much in a position where trying to condense these things down, you've got so much you need to give them. But in that same case, it becomes overload because they can't take it all in. And I think like with many structures that you will build to understand how this information is going to be relatable, you have to kind of go back to that kind of process of saying, okay, what category does this belong into? And in some cases, what's the categories that belong to? So kind of think about that chunking method.
I think that's where your basis helps with the context, getting the context right and understanding why you're actually putting that message out there.
Yes, those visual. So yes, so when you start, you've kind of got the vision, you've got the mission, you've got the drivers, you've got your objectives, you've got your goals, you've got your requirements, you've got your designs, and it's the same kind of process. How can you push some of those things, those messages back up? So if you've got like 1,000 strategic objectives, which is not uncommon for some organisations, how do you create themes out of that? How can you roll it back up to principles, for example, and take it from there? So that's how I would normally attack it.
Yeah, you talked sort of about documents and words. Have you got any other thoughts around other kinds of media, like videos or other such sort of ways of presenting a winning proposal?
I love videos. I think videos are great. I think that at the moment, most organisations aren't geared up for it yet. I think video will play a massive change in the coming years because you can get a lot of information out quickly. And a lot of people like it because what they can do is they can listen to it on the tube, on the move, etc. They can just download it and consume it. They also like it when it comes down to providing evidence because once you've got a video, you can show somebody something that's almost tangible. So I think video will play a big part in it. Will that fundamentally change the content? I don't think so. Because you still want to take them on that route. You still want to take them from saying thank you, effectively.